Yep, I am live, and possibly today we will complete this application that we have been building for the past 23 days. And that is crazy. I will be streaming with a camera which seems like 480p, and I am looking for music. Yep, that camera does seem like 480p. And I'll be using my phone to watch my stream, and I will be chatting through my phone. I will be putting messages. Oh, shit, I got scared. In the music, shit. Yep, in the music, shit, I forgot. Um, shit, how can I forget his name? Rustin Cole, but what is his actual name? No, this is stupid. Uh, who is the actor in Interstellar? There is Timothy Chalamet, but who is he? Him. Shit. Is this what is called brain rot? Matthew McConaughey. Fuck yeah. Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. Right now, in Matthew McConaughey was seeing it is uh, saying something in the music, and I got scared. I thought, shit, I am hearing voices now, which is crazy. Yep, it is 5 in the morning, about to be 6 in the morning, and I have started a chat live stream on my phone, which is amazing. And yep, yesterday I was working, and shit, the voice is too high for you guys, I suppose. Yep, yesterday I was working, and let me show you what I did. I already have these are the I was working with the curl commands. This one goes to the YouTube API and gets me messages from the live chat, but in this I have to put in the chat ID, and to get the chat ID I have to send a request to YouTube to get me details of the chats which are live. Shit. What is the difference between this? This has broadcast type all. Yes, this one will work. It has broadcast status active, so this should give me details about the things that are active for on. Request has invalid authentication credentials, so I have to get new authorization token. Let's see. Yep, I got a new access token, not authorization token. I got a new access token which I can put in here. Yeah, yep, like that. And now run the command. Yep, I do get a chat ID, and let me send a message. Hello. Yep, I have sent a message, and from here, first of all, I should also change the access token in this part by just simply copy and pasting this line, and now I should get the live chat ID, which is this live chat ID, and put that here. Put that here, and now this should give me the messages, which is only one. Hello, and let's say something just totally random. Now if I send, what do I get? I get that a display name, a person named Zoro sent a message and the message is this thing, which is correct. And I have another message which is also sent by a name, display name Zoro, and the message is hello. So I am getting chats. So now there are two things which I have to do. First, convert this thing into code and automate this process of first getting live stream ID and then using that ID to get messages and then display those messages. That is the first thing. But then the second question is I am only getting messages when I am sending requests. So what is the process to get continuous messages as I would in a live stream? So do I have to do continuous polling? But that is not an option because I have a limit of sending only 1,000 API requests per day. So if I were to poll every second, then I could only poll for 1,000 seconds, which is not good. Poll for 1,000. How long is 1,000 seconds? That is 100 upon 650 upon 3. That is about 16, 17 minutes. That is not good. That is not enough. Um, in Go using Google APIs, I can get chat for a live stream, but that but I only get chat by sending a request and then getting a response for it. How can I get a continuous flow of incoming chats like a web socket or something similar? I guess, yeah, over a WebSocket would be good. You are right that Google API that works using polling, where you repeatedly send a request to get new messages. Unfortunately, YouTube does not provide a WebSocket-based API for real-time streaming of chats. However, you can achieve a continuous flow by using a polling loop. That is not something that I want to use. Maybe I can poll once every minute, and that I would be seeing chat with a delay of 1 minute, which is quite a bit. Which is quite a bit. And if that is was happening, then 1 minute and 1,000 minutes would mean 17 hours. So I can reduce it. Let's how much can I reduce it to make it about 5 hours a day? If I can stream for 5 hours a day, how much would I have to poll for? I can have 1,000 polls, so 5 hours into 60, that would be 300 minutes, and I have 1,000 polls. I can multiply that by 3 upon 10. That would be 3 minutes. In every three minutes, I can send 10 polling requests for a continuous stream of 5 hours, and 3 minutes would mean 180 seconds. That would mean every 18 seconds I can send a request. So I would be seeing chat with a delay of 18 seconds, which is quite a bit, not a real time. Set up a polling, use the next page token to get only new messages. That is something I can do. Adjust the polling interval to balance speed and API quota. Yep, 18 seconds would do it. Consideration YouTube API quota. Yep, next page token ensures only new messages are fetched, avoiding duplicates. Using WebSockets as a workaround. Yep. While YouTube itself doesn't provide WebSockets, you can use a server example node with WebSockets that continuously polls YouTube and pushes updates to clients in real time. That is something that can happen. That web server on one side will be polling and getting new messages, and On the other side, it would be I can have a WebSocket connection with it and get messages in supposedly in real time, but still the same problem. I could establish the same thing on my computer, but the limiting factor is YouTube quotas. A Node.js WebSocket server client that connects to your nope. Alternative approach. Third-party libraries. Some unofficial libraries like YT Chat provide a WebSocket-like experience by handling polling under the hood. Would you like to implement? Okay. In all of these, the only limiting factor is YouTube quota. YouTube quota. How how can I bypass that shit? Bypassing YouTube quota isn't possible in the strictest sense, but there are a few ways to reduce API usage, optimize requests, and leverage alternative methods. Here is how you can do it. Nope, leveraging alternate methods, that is not good. I want to make this in-house, and it's been 20 days, and I don't think it being 20 days plays a factor in deciding my current decisions, but let's see. Use multiple API keys. Use okay. That yeah, using multiple API keys. So is the quota that YouTube gives, is it associated with the Google account or with the API key? Each Google project gets its own quota. Okay, so I can create two projects with two different keys, create multiple API keys from different Google Cloud projects, rotate between them when polling. That makes sense, fucking sense. Rotating API keys. If that, let's say I make 3 projects, then those 18-second out delay can be brought down to 6 seconds. And if I were to make 18 different projects on Google, that would bring down the delay from 18 seconds down to 1 second, which is adjustable. 1 second, that is adjustable. Yep, rotating API keys. Then I would have to manage multiple API keys, multiple access tokens, and multiple refresh tokens, which is handleable. Yep. Increase polling intervals dynamically. Dynamically start with 5 seconds. Use OAuth instead of that is what I'm fucking using. OAuth authentication often has higher limits than API keys. If your bot is associated with an authenticated user, example the channel owner, you might get a higher quota instead of using API keys. Authenticate with OAuth. Use the YouTube data API via service account or a personal OAuth token. Okay, I guess for now I will be going on with the 18-second option. Yep, going with the 18-second option seems fine. Project YouTube live chat main.c. Here I already have a refresh token and I am getting an access token. Yep, I am getting an access token in some way, either using a refresh token or getting the user authenticated. Right after getting the access token, after getting the access token, I want to send this request. so that I can get live chat ID. Yep, now I have to create a function which will get live chat ID. And what does that function need? That function needs key. It is my API key, and it also needs the authentication token, which is fucking doable. It also needs the authentication token. Yep, it also needs the authentication token. And I can write a logic to refetch the authentication token when the current one is not good, when the current one is not working. Okay, so helper fetch live fetch live ID live stream id dot c. And what is it supposed to do? It is supposed to do something like this. Now what will this return? A char pointer, and it is called, of course, fetch live stream id. What does it take in? It takes in a char pointer called token and works with that. At the end, it will return a string or something, right? And what does this has to do? It has to create a request which will be sent forward. Actually, why is there like one space, one character space? Okay, char pointer get a request, get live chat request, and this function will not take anything. Nope, it will take in the char pointer token and it will generate the request. Char pointer header, it will contain a few stuff. What is it going to contain? It has to have the fucking hell HTTP and everything. Okay, I want to see the whole request. YouTube broadcast API. YouTube broadcast API, live streaming broadcast. Oh shit, fuck. Insert list. That is something that I want. API. Where was I? Yesterday, live chat means live chat messages list. Yep, and okay, this is the HTTP request, and this is the method. This is absolute path, and then the HTTP method that we are going to use, and this is the response. Do not provide a request body when calling this method. Yes, my lord. Try it. Okay. Populate API Explorer. Let's see full screen, and I want to see the HTTP version of this thing. And my mouse has stopped working. Es funktioniert nicht. Right. These things go into the header, and the HTTP header has to be made on my own, which would be similar to. Okay, first let me guess what it would look like. I suppose it would look like something like this. Get and then the URL https or just the later part of it, slash YouTube slash v3 slash live broadcasts, and then http slash 1.1. Is that how we write it? I suppose. And then other things like header and stuff, which is except application slash JSON and some other valuable stuff. Fetch live stream, fetch access token. Let's see, how does the request look like here? We have post and http 1.1. Yep. Host. Okay, I have to send host. I have to send content length and stuff. Okay. Post. Yep. And then http slash 1.1. Yep. And then yes, of course, /r/n. Then application type JSON. That is fine. /r/n. And then what are the static things? First, yep, also the host is something that I have to add. Host space, not OAuth. Yep, who is the host in this? The host is youtube.googleapis.com. That is the host, except, yep, and then content type, that is something I can copy and paste here. And then content length, that is also something I can copy and paste. I have the header, now I have to get the body. The body is going to contain, yes, also the auth header. Yep, I have to have the auth header also. Auth header is going to be header, let's say header auth, and then would come authorization colon space and then nothing, right? And then jar pointer header auth equals, no, I guess I should change name, auth less jar pointer header auth full will be equal to, call the join function on a list jar pointer header list equals, first will come the header auth list part, and then will come the token. Well, token has to be bearer, bearer, a little space, then comes the token, then comes a few things like /r/n, and then come little new things, that is content length space, and yep, that is it. How much space is that? Call the join function and on header list. What is the length? Length is 1 2 3 4. Length is 4, and let me include some stuff here. Have include slash header files slash helper.h. Shit, that does not help, does it? Not much of a helper. 13 y incompatible type. Why? This is a list of pointers. This is a list of character pointers. Then should work incompatible integer to pointer conversion using char. The join function is not something that I joined up for. Hey, what does this function return? This returns an integer, which is not something that it returns. Join. Okay, it has a totally different thing called not helper, but it is defined in a different file called join strings.h. Okay, I have joined this much. Now char pointer body. What will the body contain? It is a get request, so that is it. Yes, it is a get request, so it does not even need a body. It doesn't need anything. Yeah, which is pretty cool. So I don't need to add content length. I can just remove that and instead make this r and /r/n and reduce this to 3. Return header auth full. Right, and is there something which I would like to free? Nope, doesn't seem like it. And yep, some checkers on the way. If header auth full equals null, printf couldn't create live id getter header. That is nice. And then if header auth full equals null, use of undeclared filter null. What is the problem with printf call to undeclared? Okay, include stdio 20. Yep, and then again return it. Here return null, and in here char pointer request equals get. Copy this, 9 paste, copy, and get live chat request. It takes in the token, give it the token then, and if request equals null, then printf couldn't get live chat id request / and return null. After that I have the request. Now I have to send this to the client function, to the client helper function which I have created beforehand. Yep, https://headers 11. Now char pointer response equals client. Call the client with what is the request? Request what is the server domain on which I want to send this, and that would be define server domain. Yep, not using define but using like a normal static version of it. https://youtube.googleapis.com. That would be it, and I give in the server domain. Response. Yep, makes sense. It is supposed to be data t. Data t means just type, and yeah, let's say printf no, for int I equals 0, I less than response dot length I plus plus, do this, put char data, not data t, response dot request bracket I. Yep, and then at the end put char 10, that is just put a new line, and now I have to create a header file for this thing. A new header file, in the header files which will be called fetch live chat id.h, fetch live stream id.h. So fetch live chat to fetch live stream, which is not good. Live stream.h, fetch live stream.h. I can go to main file, import it, and do stuff with it. Include dot slash header files, fetch live stream.h and 30 after getting the refresh token. I would like to do is what after getting the access token, what I would like to do is fetch live stream ID, call this with access token. That is what I would like to do. Fetch make.sh fetch access token, and fetch, they have something duplicate which is server domain. Okay, how can I make it not global but local? How to make a variable local in C, local variables in C, how to make it local. This is local, and but that does not help. ChatGPT, yep. In C, I want to make a variable global only in the current file, but not accessible in other files. Static is the thing. Static is the thing. Yep. And slash fetch live stream ID and static. Static is the thing, and 1.8. I can make this. Even this is static. Static declaration follows non-static declaration follows non. And I can get a request and call even this thing get request function. Get request has internal linkage but is not defined. EFTRN, is that the expected expression? Isn't this extern get redefinition? Maybe not make the function static and all that. This should do it. Make.h, that does work. Now let's see error. Bad request, but why was that bad? content length 54, connection closed. Why? Why was it? Bad access token. Let me print the request once. It's live. A request. After getting the request, I would like to print the request. Printf %s, and then a new line optional, and then the request. Make.sh// program. What is the request? I want to get this and host. That is a horrible request. That is a horrible looking request. Fucking hell, 3 people are watching. Fetch live stream API, and yep, that is a horrible request. It should be /r/n there also, and after bearer adding the authorization token at the end. Yep, closing everything. That should work. I hope so. I hope. Yes. No filter selected. Okay. No filter selected. 18A, that is a nice way to represent a number. I would say 18A. No filter selected except one ID broadcast mine. So what is there? No filter selected except one of this. Okay, key. I do have to add the key, and I am currently adding the key statically. Wait. This is the thing that I put there, right? It is working here. Okay, and is this the exact thing that I added? Can I see the request, the HTTP request that this thing turns into? HTTPS. Oh yes, fucking hell, yep. I have to add more details. Yes, it's live stream and more query parameters. And where do query parameters go? They go in here. They go in this thing. In this thing right here. Question mark, and yep, some of them are going to be static. Namely 3, which is, again, copy this from here, starting from this point. Part is snippet, broadcast it is status active, and key I will have to get dynamically for the current user. Paste this. Yep, and that increases my work a bit. Yep, this thing cannot be like this directly. After this, I have to add the key, and to get the key, I have to do something. Char pointer client ID equal read file function, which is a separate function in itself and not defined in the helper library. Read.h and read file. What is the path? /dot client ID. Right, after getting the client ID, I should say char pointer request line. Request line equals join this thing, whatever this is. Copy, paste, join this thing with shit, nope, I have to define an array. Char pointer request line list equals this thing. Copy this, paste this, and First is this, and the second is client ID, and then the third is this thing. Client ID elements, access elements, and scalar initializer. Yeah, that makes sense since this is not a list. Well, now it is, and I will have to see if I got the client ID. If client ID equals null, then printf couldn't get client ID backslash n and return null itself, and then create this request line would be equal to join request line list, and the number of members is 3, right? And auth less header, this would be, yep, these are things, the next things that should come, and yep, that HTTP thing has to have a space before it, a single space to deal with the format, and yep, that much should work. Header list, it will contain the request line, the auth list header, the other things. Let's see, sh make not sh, not flash. Program refresh token, and fucking hell, that does work. I do get something. Creating a terminal app to show on YouTube part 23, which is the live stream. But I didn't get the whole response, which is crazy, and I should have gotten the whole response because I am looking for a ending bracket and I am fucking stupid. There could be ending brackets in between, and yep. So I have to fucking modify that. HTTPS. Yes, I thought that this would be a work through, but this is not. This is not. It's complete response. Response. Yep. I should not look for that. That is not a right way to deal with stuff. Okay, what should I be looking for then? Let's see. I have this thing, right? For I want to compare if this is the body or not. Okay. Int len equals 0. Okay, and then if request bracket I equals \r, then I want to do something. Now if request bracket I strnlen strncmp rncmp, yep, that is the function, is turn and compare, given the address for request I comma, compare that with \r \n compare 4 characters in these things. If they become equal, that means then the body has started and I can start looking for some array, start looking for the size. Okay, Now I should be pointing to, and yes, this thing only if this and I plus 3 is less than length. Do this only in that case. I plus 3, then increase I, so that I am currently pointing at the at the number of bytes which should contain the answer. Now, how should it work? The length of the body is now here. Now I have to go on till I see a new line character, and that would be the length. Okay, str char pointer, not length, x length char x length bracket. Let's say it contains 10 characters, which is too long for a length, but let's just say it is, and I need to move forward. Yep. While request bracket I isn't not is not equal to backslash r. While that is not the case, then I would like to do this bracket index plus plus equals request bracket I to extract that out, and index equals 0. And yep, now I have the length in hex. How can I convert a string which is in hexadecimal into a number? I can write my own function, but let's see if there is already a function for that. I have a string which represents a hex number. How do I convert? Is there a library function which converts that into a int? Yes, in C I can use the or scanf function to convert a hexadecimal string into an integer. Str library Stirtool library. Oh, Stirtool library is a function which it is recommended. Okay, convert into integer this null and 16. Okay. So now int body length equals int stir tool. Okay, stir tool, and given the thing which is x length and then an array due to some reason, which is going to be null, and the index is going to be 16. Right, and now I have to take in response if the length of the remaining string is this. How do I calculate the length? I will just loop over it. Okay, no, I don't have to loop over it. I know the length. Right, now if return if body length equals, yes, I will have to check a few things in the in between, and checkers, and but right now if body length, I have the length of the body, and right now where is I pointing to? I is pointing to the R character. Yes, I also have to increase I itself. I plus, so that I now points to the new line, and it should not plus equals 2, so that it now points to the first character, right, into the opening bracket in a JSON response. Now, if body length, let's say it would say 3. If it would say 2, if there are 2, okay, and just subtract from length minus I. If this is true, then return true. Then else return false. And one more thing. Not just that this is equal, but if body length is less than or equal, then return this thing. Let's see if that works. I think it might just break. Now the refresh token. I'm getting a new access token, which is taking some time due to some reason. Shit, it is going to take time. It is not working. It is not working. It is because of what the heck is SF secret force. Fetch live stream ID HTTPS in the client function get response is complete a response. Yep, this is messing up due to some reason. Let me printf body length, which is body length, and yep, I, which is an integer, and body length I, and what length, yep, accent, that is good. What length is not defined at this point, so body length comma I comma length, that should do something. I hope that should it is not even going inside that if condition, so it is wronger than I thought it would be. HTTPS is complete response. Yep, it is not going inside this thing. If request I equals R, and then I am comparing this with this thing. Still compare the 4 characters of the present thing. Compare the 4 characters of these strings. \n or \n. It should work. It should actually work, I think. Partial match. Okay. Program a lot of partial matches, and then at one point the partial matches stop because I am not getting any response from there. Okay. This might be actually stupid. Yes, one thing should always have my Vim open, and this is my terminal in which I'm using the CLI, and this is my editor. Yes. Yep. Data T type, what the heck, client here, is a complete response in this thing. I'm getting a lot of partial matches, but not much of this. And start compare request first and rn equals 0. That should have worked. That should have worked. That actually should have worked. Start compare as the current thing. rn return true. Why am I returning true in this case? I'm getting a response from the client and apply plus compare length less than length. Then go in here is content equals this content length. Then I am doing some stuff. Mhm, 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 mhm. Backslash r backslash n. Yes, that should have worked. Should have worked. Is my stream stuck? It is fucking stuck. It is stuck even though I was watching it on my mobile phone. It is stuck and I was oblivious to the fact. Transform it to screen and yep, with my 480p camera. Fuck. It's been 57 minutes and it does not matter. I have to finish this thing today. I want to finish this thing today. Okay, so I have to figure out a way, not figure out a way, I have to just implement it. It is already well defined. Why is this not comparing properly? Backslash r backslash n, that is the optimal way that you would say that now the header has ended and the request begins, baby. Yep, and as function is partial match. After partial match, I am not getting any complete match, it seems. I am not getting any complete matches. Why after partial match? Why? Let me do something crazy and printf a bunch of new line backslash n maybe, I don't know, and then for yeah, I am already going through the array, so maybe do this before in here and then inside put jar in put jar request bracket I / program sh make.sh / program. What does it say? prints the whole goddamn fucking thing, and then it says that this is how much it got scope, and then in the second running it got bit of new data, and then in the third it reached this part. So therefore this should have ended by \r\n, and then this line would only contain \r\n, and then I would drop down to this thing, which contains only characters.
Nothing sent you here. They chose you. Or who's they?
Why is this not matching? HTTPS working hell is complete response. Have I gotten a complete response file? Mm. Well, where the fuck am I even using this integer? I remove it. Length. Wait. Fuck. I am stupid. Actually retard. I'm actually fucking retard. I was comparing it with 0, so of course it is not correct. Let's see. Now I suppose it should work. I suppose, but can I hope? I don't know. Ah, now it is working. Okay, that is good. Now the whole thing comes together, which seems unreal, given how stupid I am. I've already said it multiple times, but yup. Give me that, and let's make dot sh the flash. Shit, I forgot to do any git push or stuff. Yep. Now tests. Do I have to put on any tests? Nah. Dot sh fetch live stream ID. Instead of printing this thing now, I want to get the live stream ID. Okay, so I will create a function for that. Sharp enter parse live ID. It will take in data the type called response and do its magic. And what is it going to do? First, it has to include the CJSON library, which I'm going to be using. Include the CJSON header file slash CJSON 25. Let's say see JSON pointer called object, and then I have to get to the part which has an opening bracket. Yep. For int I equals 0, I less than no, int I equals 0, while response dot request bracket I is not equal to opening bracket. While this is the case, then keep on doing one simple thing, that is I plus plus, keep increasing the I, and yep, now I guess I can pass it on to the JSON parser. Yep, CJSON parse, yep, which is What do I have to pass given the address for response dot request from the ith index c json equal to that expected closing bracket. Okay, object equal to that thing. Oh, what are the parts which can cause problem? Have I done any error handling? Here if response equals null, printf couldn't get live chat. I live chat couldn't get response for live chat ID for live not chat ID stream ID backslash and blah blah blah, and then return null like a stupid person. Yep, and then call on the parser. Yep, parser if obj equal null uh, return null, just simply return null and say the caller will say that couldn't parse. It will print to the console couldn't. Now after parsing it, yep, see JSON pointer item and see JSON array for each element is item and the array is supposed to be the object, and then this is the function if item dot string. I have to compare it. Fucking hell, yes. I will get this whole fucking thing, and in this I have to look for items. Bruh, bruh, bruh. Let me see if it is parsing or not. Let's see that much if it is parsing or not. Comment this out, and let's say that this function does not return anything. It is just lonely. It can't do anything. Return null. Printf is c JSON print obj. Format string is not. Yep. Percent s bracket comma s. Yep. Now declare this new function, and I have to call that function. Yep. Fetch live stream ID and call that function from in here. Parse live ID, call this on a response, whatever the response is that I got. Let's make .sh.flash program and bruh. So it is parsing, which is cool. It is parse. Oh, the array contains an object in this case. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I have to go into a bit of looping, and yes, I did the stupid thing. I should be running the program on this side and coding on that side. Yep. Fetch live stream ID in the parser. I can go bonkers now. Bonkers. Stir compare item dot string with items is items the thing. Yep, with items. If that thing equals 0, then I would like you to do something for me. And that something is now parse inside the items. Shit, this thing. Okay, I will look for something called snippet, and inside that snippet, I am looking for something called live chat ID. Fucking hell. Okay, inside that, I'm looking for a snippet, and inside that snippet, I'm looking for something called live chat ID. Makes sense, makes sense, makes fucking sense. Yeah, so see JSON array for each. Yep, array for each array. Let's declare a new thing. See JSON, not item. This, yep, this will be called items. Items. This will be called items, and this pointer, this will be called snippet, and here snippet comma items. What do I want to do? If stir compare of snippet dot string equals is no, fucking hell. Yes, I have to look for item, and inside item I have to look for snippet. So this is not exactly snippet. Okay, let's call this thing body, and look for a thing called items in body, and inside that I will be looking for something called snippet. Snippet, SNIPPET. Snippet. Yes, since I am inside items, I am looking for something called a snippet. No, body is the fucking object, so this is items. IDMS. And that can be called a snippet, but this is items, and yep. After I have gotten something called snippet inside there, I'll find live chat ID. Okay, now another loop. Yes, and another CJSON object to represent inside live chat ID, and see JSON array for each element is live chat ID, or I want to loop over a snippet, and if stir compare for live chat ID dot string equals live chat ID live chat ID equals 0, I want to return. I actually want to return live chat ID dot value string. That is it, folks. Yep. In here, make this pointer go down in history and do this. But if I go through the whole thing without finding anything of significant worth at the end, I'll return none. And here, as char pointer live chat ID equals this thing. Now if live chat ID equals null, we'll say printf couldn't parse the live chat ID, my bad, and return null. Now let's see, can I parse live chat ID? Segmentation fault, which is okay. Segmentation fault though. Um, fetch live chat ID. Okay, the problem is obviously in the parsing function. So inside which level, till which level am I able to go in items? I am getting items, okay, and then staring, comparing the title with this, and then getting the snippet. And inside the snippet, I am looking for something called live chat ID. But what is the reason for the segmentation fault? Okay, let's say here printf inside items backslash n, and here let's say printf inside snippet backslash n, and then yeah, that should be it. Here printf the final thing backslash n. What? Okay, my bad. Printf inside a snippet is when I do find something called items, I will say that I am inside items, then I'm declaring a CGS on object, and then I am iterating, and then I am looking for something called snippet, and inside that snippet I have declared something called live chat ID, and inside that I am looking for something called live chat ID, and then I'm trying to print that value. Save program, and inside items. Okay, I got till inside items, but then items is an array. How do I iterate through an array? How do I iterate through an array? In the JSON library, I have an object which is an array. How do I iterate? How do I get the first element of that object? First element equals get array element index 0. As if fetch live chat ID, and in this, after getting the item inside items, I would say items equals JSON array, another thing, get array item. Get array item first is the object itself, items, second is the index which is 0, Now I suppose it should work. Make.sh, not that. The final thing. Okay, I didn't print it though. Uh, fetch live chat ID after getting the thing. Printf %s comma live chat ID. Let's say live chat ID, and I want this to be goddamn clean. So no printing and no printing and no printing and no printing. If errors are the only things that are printed, make.sh program access token live chat ID. Cool. And is this the whole thing? Starting from this. Yep, that seems to be the whole thing. Now I want to make this null. It is null terminated. It is null terminated. So that is cool. I can get live chat ID. Now I have to return it to the main function. Shit, this might not be completed today. Well, it might not on this stream, of course. I guess I will have to stream one more day to show you the final complete version. The mouse is not working. It is working at times. Fucking hell. Yep, it's functioning. It's fetch live chat stream ID 42. Now don't print it. Just like a normal man, return the goddamn live chat ID. Yo, char pointer live chat ID equals this thing, and if live chat ID equals null, then printf couldn't LDNT get live chat ID %s and exit with one that is an error code. Okay, after getting the live chat ID, what is the second thing? Getting the messages. Getting the messages. Okay, so given the live chat, what does this need? This thing, okay, it needs the token, which is obvious, and live chat ID and the key. That is cool. Now I will write another function which does exactly that. Is where fetch messages.c, and I can configure it. What is the amount of messages that I want it to fetch later? But first of all, I have to get something. This will return. Okay, what will this return? This will return a list of strings which will represent the messages, and not just a list of strings. This will return fucking hell, a list, an array of arrays, and each individual array will contain a message and will contain two strings, one representing the message and one representing the person sending the message, the name of the person. So, and the data type would be typedef Type def data type. Should do I have to provide a type def? I guess I have to. Mm, no. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can make it a structure. Struct type def struct, and this will be called nothing. Name. No, char pointer name and char pointer msg, and at the end this will be called message. And what is my function going to return? Message pointer. This will return a pointer to a message, which is going to be a array of message. So, and fetch messages. It will take in a char pointer called token and live chat char pointer live chat ID. Wait, I don't know with what case I am moving forward, camel or what. Wait, lang d abstract data type def struct. And this I have to generate a request. Yep. Char pointer get message request. It takes in nothing. Nope, it does take in something. It takes in the char pointer token and it takes. Wait, why am I not getting any errors? Why am I not getting any errors? Here, let's say. Nope, I'm not getting any errors, which is strange. Fetch messages. Yep, es funktioniert jetzt. I want this and I want live chat ID in this function, and then it will do its magic request line. Yep, a request line will contain stuff. Char pointer or I guess queries. Okay, I have to add two dynamic things in there. That is crazy. Oh yeah, first I already have the token, which is not supposed to go in the request line. In the request line, the live chat ID goes, and also the char pointer client ID equals, and for that I have to include the read file, read function dot slash help a header files slash read dot h and 12 equals read file, and what is the path of the file? Dot slash dot client id. Now, and if client id equals null, IENT client id equals null, when null is not defined. Okay, it is in the string library. Okay. If client id equals null, then I would like to say printf couldn't read client id, and yep, and printf is not defined because I have not included the library. Return null in that case, and if I have gotten the client id, then I can create the request line. Char pointer request line equals join, and for that I have to include the join library. Read file and join strings, and here join. Yep, I have to create an array. Jar pointer request line array equals. First will it come get, that is the method, and then after get, what was the main request type? Shit. After get, yeah, that is it. Get, and then the host and stuff. Get, and next will come slash YouTube slash v3 slash live chat slash messages and question mark. Yep. And what comes next? Well, I can also add part in there. Part equals snippet. Yeah, a part of it is like static, so I can just copy that. F equal to F equal to shit. F equals F question mark. Live chat ID. Yep. That much is static. I can just copy that and paste. Yep, live chat ID. Now comes the live chat ID. After that, what does come? Live chat ID. After that comes and key equals then the key, which is client ID. And what does come after that? After that, just backslash r backslash n. That should complete the whole request. No, that does not complete the whole request line. Access element n scalar, yes, because it is supposed to be like this. And client ID, and after client ID comes a bit of space and http slash 1.1. That defines the version of the http, and let's say jar pointer request line equals join this whole thing, which is join the every string that is in the request line array, and how many strings there are. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6, but it can very much be 5 because I can remove this, and yeah, that comprises the header request line. The spelling is wrong. Shit. Request line. Okay, after getting the request line, I have to add the header, and the header will consist of a few things. First, the authorization part, then application. I guess the header is going to be same as in the fetch live stream ID. The rest of the header, that is. Only the request line changes. Request line, join these three things. Yep. And I guess I can copy this much from here, paste it here, request line. Okay. What are the things I'm adding? YouTube slash Google APIs, yep.com slash YouTube, yep. And then accept type in JSON, bearer, add that, and yep, a request line is a request line. Add those four things, token and everything, and then return that. part-23 to the message function chat request equals declare this function above right around here and say get message response request given the token and the live chat ID. Now if request equals null, then printf couldn't generate a request to get messages backslash and return null. Otherwise, if I do get a request, then I want to do data type p equals client. Okay, these are not being automatically fetched. HTTPS and yep. What is the request? The request is just the request. What is the server domain? Server domain is something that I have to define above here. Char pointer and server domain. It is static equals. It equals what? It is a string https colon slash slash youtube dot googleapis.com. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect sense. Server domain. Yep. Did I keep? Okay. Yep. Response equals this, and this is going to be a pointer, not the thing itself. A pointer instead. Now, if response equals null, then printf couldn't get response from server to get to fetch messages backslash n. And if that didn't, if I did got a response, then I will print it for int I equals 0, I less than response dot length I plus plus and put char response dot request bracket I put char. Okay, I have to include a library standard IO. Include stdio. It is not a part of this standard IO library. Put okay chh and then put char a new line which is 10 and let's say initially this function doesn't return anything, it returns void, therefore it will not return anything there. Wait, I guess I made a mistake in the last thing. Fetch live stream ID and in here am I returning null in all the cases? Yep, I'm returning null. Now I have created that fetch message. I have to declare this get message request. I have to declare this in the headers file as fetch messages dot h. Yep, that makes sense, I guess. Fetch messages dot h. Yep, and now go to the main function. Declare this as something fetch messages dot h, and at the end here I will be calling that function which message is taking the token, which is the access token, and live stream ID, which I just got. Live chat ID. That should work. Let's see. Make dot such program, and it's getting stuck. I didn't even got a live chat ID. Okay, I will be ending the stream now, and I will be coding offline on my own off the stream. It's been 1 hour 40 minutes, which is much more than what I wanted to stream for. And yep, end the stream now, and I will show you what I have done tomorrow. Yep, that is how it goes.